Handed my brother a set of house keys during Sunday dinner and said, "You will need these when you move in next month." I started at the keys. Then I looked at my brother. Neither of them seemed to realize they had just made one very important mistake. What had forgotten one thing: the house they were planning to give him was not there. My name is Claire Morgan. I am 36 years old, and for the past 8 years, I will lived in a three bedrooms house outside Utin Tixal. I bought it after saving for years while working two jobs. I was not fancy, but it was mine. And over the years, my family had become very comfortable, treating it like a family. East my younger brother Taylor was the favorite. He always had a reason why he needed help. A new car, a better apartment, my business idea, a temporary financial problem that somehow lasted 3 years. I had helped him more times than I could count, but I never accepted him to eventually decide that my brother belonged to him. That Sunday, mom placed the keys beside his plate. Taylor will take the upstairs bedrooms, she said. I slowly put down my fork. What? Mom looked confused by my reaction. The room with the bathroom, Taylor and Megan need it. Megan was Taylor's wife. They had a 2 years old daughter and another baby one the way. I looked at Taylor. You are moving into my house. You gave me an uncomfortable smile, just temporarily. How temporarily? Maybe 6 months. I laughed because I honestly thought it was a joke. Nobody laughed with me. Mom sighed, Claire, you are brothers. Lays is ending. They need somewhere save while they save money. Why did not anyway ask me? Tyler sugared. We figured you did understand that. Sentence told me everything they had not asked because they were not looking for permission, they were looking for surveillance. Dad finally spoke. You live alone. Taylor has a family. I looked around the table. So I am supposed to give my house because he has children. No one is asking you to give up the family, mom said. You are asking to me to let four people move into it. Five, Taylor corrected. I started at him. Megan mother may stay with us for a while after the baby comes. I actually felt my mouth fall open. So this is not temporary. Of course, is Taylor said quickly. Then why did you already give your landlord notice? Silence. Taylor looked at mom. Mom looked at dad. That was when I knew this had been planned. They had already made decisions about my property before I even knew there was a conversation happening. I pushed my chair back. I am not doing this. Mom's face handled Claire. No, you are being selfish. I have paid Taylor rent twice. That was different. I paid this car insecure. That was a long time ago. I gave him $600 for his business and he is trying to rebuild it. I looked at Taylor. Where is that business? He looked away. I nodded exactly. Dad slammed his hand lightly against the table. Enough. I stood up. No, actually, I think I have had enough. I left before anyone cloud answer. That answer that night I went upstairs and opened a drawer in my bedroom. Inside was the folder continuing my mortgage documents, property deed, insecure papers, and closing documents. I stated at my name printed across the deed. Claire Morgan, not Taylor, not mom, not dad, me. I called my real estate agent the next morning. Her name was Rachel. I had known her for years. When she answered, I said something that surprised even me. I think I am ready to steal. There was a piece. Your house. Yes, are you sure? No, I admired, but I am sure I don't want my family deciding how gets to life in it. Rachel camera came out that afternoon. We walked thought the house together. She told me the market was strong, very strong. Within 48 hours, the house was listed. I did not tell my house. I wanted to see what would happen. The answer came 3 hours later. Mom called. Why is your house online? I smiled. So you saw it. Claire, take it done. No, Taylor already bought furniture. That sound like Taylor's problem. He has a pregnant wife and I have a mortgage. Mom became silent. Then she said something I will never forget. You are really going to make your brother homeless? No, mom, you are. No, I said calmly. Taylor is not homeless. He simply does not get to live in a house he never owned. She hung up. The next morning, Taylor showed up at my front door. He looked furious. You have lost your mind. No, you can sell this house. I can. You promised, mom. I promised nothing. He stapled closer. You already told Megan, mother. She Cloud, stay with us. I started at him. You keep saying we. He frowned. This is my house, Taylor. His face changed. Then he whispered, you really think you are better than everyone because you bought a house? No, I looked directly into his eyes. I think I am responsible for the things I own. He walked away. 2 days later, Rachel called. We have an offer. How much? She told me it was more than I accepted. A cash offers and no financing, no inspection, contingency closing in 10 days. I accepted. Then everything exploded. Dad called me selfish. Mom cried. Taylor sent me a dozen messages. My aunt called and said I was destroying the family, but I did not respond. Then 3 days before closing, Taylor made his biggest mistake. He showed up with a mowing truck. I watched from the upstairs window as he and two friends started crying boxes toward my front door. I walked outside. What are you doing? He looked at me. We are moving in. You are tree passing. This is family property. No, he pointed at my house. Mom and dad said I could live here. I took out my phone. Then mom and dad can explain that to the police. His face went pale. You were not. I already called them. The moving truck stopped. His friends immediately started putting boxes back inside. Taylor looked at me with pure hooted. You are really doing this? I nodded yes. Then his wife Megan stepped out the car. She looked at me, then at Taylor. What did you tell me? Taylor froze. What you told me Claire had agreed to let us live here. I said nothing. Megan looked at the house, then at the moving truck, then back at her husband. You said your sister affair. Taylor could not answer. Megan's face changed. You lied to me. He started explaining. She did not listen. She got back into the car. 10 minutes later, she drove away. Taylor stood in the driveway, washing her leave. For the first time, he looked less angry and more affair. The house closed. 9 days later, I handed over the keys. The buyer was a young couple with a little boy. As I walked out for the final time, I looked back at the upstairs window. That room had once been where my family accepted me to disappear so Taylor could have a more comfortable life. Instead, selling the house gave me something I had not had in years, freedom. I moved into a smaller place closer to work. Mom did not speak to me for almost 2 months. Dad eventually sent a short text. I understand now. Taylor found another apartment. He also had to explain to Megan why he had lied about the house. Their marriage survived, but barely. As for me, I started something new. I bought a small piece of land outside the city and began building a family exactly the way I wanted it. No spare bedroom promised to anyway. No family member accusing they had a key. No one deciding what I owned them because we shared the same last name. And I learned something I wish I had understood much earlier. Being generous does not mean giving people unlimited access to your life. Being family does not mean you get to ignore someone boundaries. And sometimes the strongest way to say no is not arguing. It's simply taking back control. My family thought they were giving my brother the keys of my house. They did not realize those keys were the reason I finally decided to walk away for it. If you enjoy my story, please subscribe to the channel and press bell icon. So thank you so much for watching.